Oh man, oh boy, have you guys heard the news? iOS 18 is out. Yeah, everyone on TikTok already has it.
The new features on the iOS 18 update are the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, this very normal looking guy apparently has all the deets. And this TikTok has well over 500,000 likes, so, you know, this must be very helpful.
Number one, it now shows the person that you're talking to what they're saved under in your phone. If you have somebody saved under a different name, it'll let them know that they're under a different name. Number two, and this is really gonna crazy people up, iPhone now notifies people of how many times you viewed their location if you share locations. Number three, now who hasn't been on a FaceTime call or a phone call and been scrolling through some other not paying attention? Well, now it lets the person that you're talking to know you're on other websites.
Okay, all right, okay. All right, so just so we're clear, everything he just said, literally every word, not real, not a real thing, none of that. Actually none. But guys, nonetheless, this has spread like wildfire all over. Everyone has been talking about this. My friends have reached out to me and be like, hey, is this true? The first issue here, obviously, for those of you that are like, you know, on my team. Number one, iOS 18 has not been announced. It hasn't been announced. It won't be until June. It won't release it to the public until September. What, you think this guy knew before us? Okay, so what I think happened here is that around this time, like when these videos were spreading, there was a new iOS update, but it was iOS 17.3 that had rolled out, and I think all of this takes advantage of that. Anyway, we put this in the show today because this is the stuff I try to tell you about. This just goes to show you how out of touch regular consumers are to this stuff. Not because they're stupid or dumb or weird. It's because we are the weird ones. We know too much stuff because we care a lot about this, but regular people easily believe that. Okay, anyway, let's actually talk about the real iOS 18, the biggest update to iPhone in years. And shockingly, the real information does not come from this guy. No, it comes from this guy. Special thanks to Mark Gurman, or Marky Gurmy Wormy, if you're friends with him like me, the closest, the best of friends. We have a report that really sets the stage here, and that is iOS 18 is going to be huge. In his You Gotta Pay For It Power On newsletter, he said this: I'm told the new operating system is seen within the company as one of the biggest iOS updates, if not the biggest, in the company's history. All right, that coming out of his mouth is a big deal. This dude doesn't have, like, emotions, you know, so when he's talking like that, we all know there's some big boy business going on here. In fact, it isn't just right now either. It seems like for a few months now, we've been hearing that in the next version of iOS, Apple plans to implement some major functional and useful AI into something useless. Siri. Bam, already, okay, I'm sold. Whatever iOS version actually gets a useful version of Siri is already a top contender for best iOS version ever released. I hate that robot woman so much. I wish I could just go back in time, you know, and stop that from being invented, is what I mean. Exactly. And it ain't just Siri, we can expect AI to be littered all across iOS. In fact, behind the scenes, Apple has been like secretly, quietly buying up a bunch of AI companies. So we can expect AI to be just absolutely littered across iOS this year. And they've really been laying the groundwork for a while here. There has been there's AI, but it's more grounded, more controlled in stuff like the Photos app. All of that facial detection and pet detection stuff, like, homie, your iPhone can tell your pets and your girlfriends apart. And that's not even touching how AI is used in just the photo taking process by itself. Artificial intelligence is super important. It is a major part of our future. And as long as we can add guardrails, you know, like when people go bowling and they add those bumpers on so people can't throw it in the gutter, just give me that. Let's add some guards up so AI can't go awry, ground it in reality a bit, and give us a more human version of what AI is capable of. I'm excited. It has my full stamp of approval. I'm excited to have it in iOS 18, but I completely stand by my sentiment that at the end of all this, it will kill us. Yay, AI! It's gonna kill us. Oh wait, what's that? We have so much new iOS 18 stuff to talk about? Well, let's talk about all the rest of that stuff after today's sponsor. Oh, I hate me. Hello, my fellow dudes. Long time no see. Hey, are you sick and tired of the typical shaving experience? You know, struggling at a store to find any razor that doesn't look and feel terrible, only to end up with extremely overpriced, extremely dull, and uncomfortable razors anyway? Well, get out of that any razor will do mindset and into a shaving experience by the one-stop shop for all men's grooming needs. Today's sponsor, Harry's. Listen, I know there's a lot of razors out there to choose from, but Harry's is like actually the best. All of Harry's blades are made in their very own factory in Germany, whose craftsmanship goes back over 100 years. And now, next time you head out to the store, we're talking Target, Walmart, Costco, Sam's Club, and more, you can find Harry's there. And your boy relies on Harry's too. When I get in front of this high-fidelity 4K camera to shoot an episode of the best tech news show on the planet, I put my faith in the highest quality shave I can find. How do you think I keep my neckline so pristine? So make sure to check out Harry's next time you are at the grocery store shopping or making a snack run. Your face will thank you. And of course, a huge thanks to Harry's for being the only comfortable shave I can get and for sponsoring today's episode of Farparta. And welcome back. Okay, iOS 18 stuff. More iOS 18 stuff. Let's go. Apple finally got Vision Pro out on pre-order and soon actually will be sold in real-life stores, if you can find one. And though I have my doubts, my worries about Vision Pro, one thing I am very confident in is Vision OS looks real good. Like, compared to this, we have some real design catch-up to play over here on the iOS side of things. Honestly, if we're hearing things like biggest change or biggest update to iOS ever, that's got to include a redesign, right? And Apple, if you're listening, that full redesign better look like this. This looks so good. It still looks familiar, right? But also feels new at the same time. It feels like a refresh happened. I want everything to look like that. Vision OS, I love the look of Vision OS. So if we get that, and we get the round icons in iOS, I think we'll know pretty quickly into WWDC this year. If Craig walks out to introduce iOS 18 and the logo they show for iOS 18 is round, oh, okay, don't threaten me with a good time. While we're at it, listen, if we're gonna get a full redesign, could we, change how the default home screen icons are just littered there? Listen, I understand, I get it, why we don't have true native support for icon packs in iOS. I understand. Apple doesn't want it to look bad. They want anyone to be able to look at a phone that has iOS and be like, yep, that's an iPhone right there. So if we're not allowed to change the theme of iOS, can we at least have some more control over this? Oh, John, you should get Android. Shut your mouth. Okay, so we got a full redesign, heavily integrated AI, and also, it seems, sideloading. Okay, here's the thing. I don't know this for sure. This last part is just speculation on my part. But here goes. Sideloading, or something that resembles sideloading, was just introduced in the newest version of iOS 17.4-ish, but it is specifically for the EU. But if we know Apple the way we think we do, then having certain regions with strange rules that are different than what you would experience elsewhere is the icky word fragmentation. I really feel like by the time iOS 18 is here, that sideloading aspect of 17.4 will make its way. It'll trickle down into sort of everybody's pocket. No matter what you heard on TikTok, these are the features you can actually start to expect for iOS 18. Oh, and hey, let me know when a TikToker says something about AirPower coming out. I'm real curious. Thanks.